Oh no, it's back up.
Oh, that was a bit weird.
As I said, my internet probably just dropped out for a second. But it's counting again, although, as I said, the viewer count has gone back to 0.
Oh, that's a bugger.
No, it's all good. That'll come back.
It tends to settle down in a few seconds after that. It's probably just jumped over to the backup. I've noticed actually, weirdly, they don't actually need to refresh with that. I know, because when I was doing something, this was a bit of a strange one. I was watching someone who tends to stream every day, and their stream ended one day, and I just hadn't closed the tab, and it got to the time they would normally start streaming the next day, and the stream suddenly just came back to life.
Oh.
And I was like,
Okay.
what the heck? And suddenly their music started. I was like, what's going on there? And their music had restarted. And I was like, what? And yeah, it was actually their stream was coming back up. And it was like a day later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. He's saying 7 viewers again now. Yeah, I would say, how's the music going, Phil, and anyone in the audience? How's the music sounding? Oh, what happened there? There we go.
I can't hear any music at the moment.
Oh, you can't hear it?
Not at the moment.
I
didn't know whether there was supposed to be any or not just yet.
On the screen, I don't think it's playing.
She did with the prescription medication for Jay Chris.
No, I turned it down, but I wasn't sure if I turned it down too much.
Okay.
I mean, I assumed it was working because it's been working before. If I had any idea there was a problem, I'd have said something.
And she stopped it. All because she wanted him to be closer to her, which she'd been in.
Because I liked it to be a sort of a background thing, but not too much that it would be overwhelming. Because I went back and I watched some of the original sessions when I was renaming them, and it was like, this seems really quiet. And then I thought, oh, with the music and stuff, it just gives it that little bit of...
Yeah. When I'm streaming, I have to remember to turn the game audio down in the settings to about 30%, so that it's not drowning me out.
Sorry, Noxious, it's your turn now that everything has returned to normal.
Nah, no worry. So I'm gonna check his little poultice thing and see if he needs a replacement or more holy water.
Yeah, he definitely needs a replacement. When you weren't here, when he reappeared, the poultice was pretty much dry, and he was starting to suffer again.
So I'm gonna take this time. I'm gonna try and make sure it takes a little longer to dry out. I'm gonna use some of my wax. I'm gonna wax the leather on the backside of the poultice, and then put the holy water in the front, and then reapply it.
That should work.
And then I'm kind of curious about something. So I wanted to do something else real quick before I go off, and because I want to see if I could possibly cure him. And I'm kind of curious about some of the little bushes around here that there are vines that seem to be growing around. I'm going to take my pebbles with the runes on them and put them in a small circle, and I'm going to take and do the ritual to light them up. and I want to take the dagger of living fire, and I just want to touch the tip to the cleansing fire, and see if I can remove some of the if it has any effect, like possibly removing the living fire. But I'm gonna do it with a long stick because I don't want it. I don't want my
Yes, you
face
don't
to
want to
blow
blow
off
yourself
just
up.
in case. Yeah, I have plenty of experience with exploding things right now.
Yeah, looks like they wanted the FSFSG.
Well, as you put the two together, the sort of living fire starts to sort of sizzle, but it's not quite. It's like it's not quite enough.
Okay. Well, I'm not putting holy water on that thing. So, all right. So now that I've seen that, I want to take a piece of this vine, and I want to touch it into the cleansing fire as well, and see what happens with that.
Alpine.
Oh, hello, Inspector Gadget. For a second, I completely misread your name. I thought it said Inspect Orga. I thought you were a reference to Godzilla 2000. I was like, someone in chat knows what Godzilla 2000 is?
Yeah, Matthew Broderick. Wasn't
Sorry?
it? Matthew Broderick, wasn't it?
No. Oh.
No, that's the
Sweet
1995
sweet
Godzilla.
summer child.
No, that's a different one. Do you mean the animated series?
No. It's one of the things that, just if you could see up here, you could see my collection of Godzilla movies. There are many. Many.
Ah, right. Oh, it's one of the Japanese ones.
Yes. Godzilla 2000 was the start of the Millennium era, when he takes on a giant. Well, it's a life form from a spaceship that starts to mutate using G cells to turn into this huge hulking thing with big hands and big knuckles, called Orga.
I see.
It was in the Atari games.
Right.
It's a really cool looking creature, but it dies in a very silly way, like a couple of baddies in the Millennium era. They both try to eat Godzilla, and Godzilla just like blows the back of their head out with his atomic breath.
Yeah, I must admit, I'm only passingly familiar with kaiju movies. So.
I have far too many. Up on the shelf from here, you can see. I've got the Heisei Godzilla movies. Some of the animated series. And some of my
give us
terrible
live
movies,
action
like,
Godzuki.
like The Room.
Give us live action Godzuki, you cowards.
No, Minya's enough. Minya's lovely. Not as nice as Miki, the psychic from the 90s.
You mentioned The Room. Did you hear? My friend Seb told me this. Apparently, Bob Odenkirk is starring as Johnny in a remake of The Room that is word for word the same, but played straight. Bob
They're
Odenkirk.
going to remake The Room?
Yeah, but sincerely. Word for word, shot for shot, apparently, but
How?
sincerely acted. I don't know, but Bob Odenkirk's up for Johnny. Saul Goodman.
What?
I I've only heard this from Seb, so I haven't seen anything official, but apparently, well, that's what he says.
That's going to be amazing. That would just be amazing. That would just blow my mind.
Yeah, I want to see it. Oh.
Wolfie wants love for Stonehand. You gotta find a cure. You gotta find the cure of Noxious. You gotta help this guy.
Working on it.
Poor Stonehand. But again, we got distracted.
So yeah, I was putting one of the cuttings of the strange vine in the purifying fire.
Oh. Well, the cutting immediately starts to shrivel. Hold on, let me just... There we go. You can see Stonehand now. Let's turn him around a bit. He's a pretty guy. He's the little golem. He's not big. He's a little golem. And he's got that cursed burn on his back still, so you know he's.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we
it's
know
a
we've got.
footnote on. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just saying. So at least I know that the vines are affected by it. We know that it affects that, but I gotta turn up the intensity. So I'd probably have to find a fire priest for that. Or, well, no, I can't switch, and I don't really want to change in town. That might frighten some people. So I was gonna say I have my own fire I could try, but.
Well, well, you could always you have got one other thing you might have forgotten about, because didn't you take some of the silver sand, the silver grass?
Yes, I do, but I'm pretty wary of that stuff. But, so all right, so the silvergrass, the reason I was wary of it because it, well, rather explosive with the dark stone. But I guess this living fire isn't dark stone, so or black stone, so. And the blackstone blows up when you use purifying flames. So, yeah, I guess I could try that. Take a little bit of the dust I've made, or, I mean, I do have the water also. I could take a drop of that, or I guess dust would work better with the fire, wouldn't it? So, yeah, I'll take some of the dust and sprinkle it on it while I'm holding it in the.
Sort of like a little
Cleansing flame?
sprinkling of like silvery oregano or something on it.
Yeah.
It immediately shrivels up. Like,
Okay.
just immediately, it just.
So I'm going to ask Stonehand to do me a favor and check something, put his hand in the cleansing flame then.
He looks at you, sort of.
So it doesn't have to be your hand, just some part of you so I can see if it'll hurt you at all. Use a toe if you need to.
You want me to touch the sacred fire?
Just a little bit. Or if you wanted to
He's
chip
gonna
a
need
small piece of
persuading.
yourself. Okay. Thought that might come up. Alright, so we're going to use some persuasion.
Oh, this should be good.
And he's not interested.
Saw that coming.
I know, yeah. My rolls are coming back. To where
Oh
they
my
belong.
goodness! Oh, you naughty! You didn't say it was a nat 1.
I did. I said he wasn't interested.
Say he wasn't interested. This is my reaction to this.
Wait.
Nah, what?
Oh my god.
You tried to hurt Stonehand by curse. You. That's it. You are cursed. That is not blessed stone. You are touched by dragon fire.
Oh.
Maybe,
You
but that's beside.
you hope to burn Stonehand with your dragon fire.
I think this friendship's coming to an end. Oh crap.
And that's where
I know
use
you.
my-
You are touched by dragon fire. Smell it on you. And now you try to hurt Stonehand with your dragon fire. No, I not want your support. I don't want your help anymore. Obnoxious.
Oh.
All right. Sorry, buddy. We'll revisit this at another point.
Hold on, let me get the violin.
All right. Well,
I was
at
going to
least
say,
you didn't
which
try to
are
beat
you
me
after?
up.
Are you after this one?
Wait, what? Oh my. Oh god. Oh, why? Dun-dun-dun.
Oh, it's my good buddy. It's my good buddy King. Welcome, King.
Oh god. Here we go.
All right. Well, since I've offended my friend there and gotten nowhere with what I was trying to do at the time,
I'm not sure if Obnoxious's love, Obnoxious and Stonehand's love will go on.
Well, no, he pretty much left him to play around with gals.
If he's happy, then leave him be. As long as he's not deteriorating.
Oh no, because he
I'll
hasn't
catch you
trusted you
later.
to put the poultice on yet.
No, I already
Wait,
did the
what?
poultice.
Oh yeah, you did actually. Yeah. So he's not in a life-threatening trouble.
No. No, it was after the poultice I started experimenting. So,
Yes.
all right, well, well, yeah, I guess I'm done for now. I'll pick up my stones and wait till next turn.
Okay, Fernando, it is your turn.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
This should be interesting.
I am just going to keep talking to this wonderful bartender about his many stories
Oh, okay.
and
Were
drinking.
Were you ever in the royal city of? Did you ever visit Tardos? Not the most attractive city, but the keep. The keep was wonderful. You know, I suppose it's what you get when you have that siege mentality. You have to have decent taverns. Very decent taverns. If you're expected to
Yeah,
be
yes,
holed
the
up in
defense-
sieges for years.
Ah, yes, the defenses there were very, very impressive, along with many taverns. I played at most of them.
Oh yes, you'd have to. Well,
I ended up
they based
fighting,
the whole keep on being besieged for a long period of time. So they made sure that there were plenty of amenities for the people there. Decent stockpiles of food and entertainment and all sorts of things. As I said, I played there a long time ago.
that does have quite a reputation. Their soldiers like to challenge me to duels to prove themselves. They never won.
But they're famous.
Oh, close. I was close.
It was it was. People would go there for the Dragon's Bane. Very dangerous place if you got there at the wrong time. After a fresh cropping of Dragon's Bane had been unearthed. All sorts of people would turn up trying to steal. But, well, I wasn't there for that. I was there for the money.
Yeah, sometimes danger is too much fun to pass up.
Oh yes, captive audience during a siege, especially a well-stocked siege. He's giving you he's not actually taking any money off you. He's just literally plying you with his own personal supply of whiskey.
This is a great bottle. Where did you come across this find?
Oh, somewhere in the trying to think. Somewhere in the Eastern Kingdoms. I'm not sure. He sort of blows the dust off the bottle. It's very rare I ever get any of these bottles out. No, none of the people around here tend to appreciate the good stuff.
Their palates are not refined enough. You need a smooth. You need to be able to appreciate the smooth, smoky appearance.
Mm. And the other
And the subtle
benefits,
flavors.
and the other benefits of our job, which I believe my staff are after with you.
I am sure they will get it soon enough. After we are done with our most pleasant conversation, it's been a while since I've met somebody
Well, they're just
so
happy it's
like-minded.
someone who's not a potato farmer or a garlic farmer.
Yes, I imagine they are very excited for someone who knows how to appreciate the feminine form, such as us.
Just be careful they don't pick your coin purse clean. With their talk of, well, with their talk of flying helmets and whisks.
I find when Fernando Martinez visits a place, it's usually the women that end up paying him.
I was never that good. But yes.
I have
must get back
certain
to work,
advantages
Fernando.
over you. I have certain advantages over you, and he wiggles his tail behind his head.
But
The ladies,
yes,
they're
as I
always
said,
caught off guard by the
I
tails.
must get back to work. I shall leave you to your entertainment, Fernando.
Well, thank you for the drinks, my friend. This was a great bottle. And a good conversation.
So he goes back to sorting out some stuff behind the bar, and he leaves the bottle.
Yeah, nice.
So what would Fernando like to do with with the remainder of his turn?
So he's eaten and he's had a few drinks. He's gonna pull up his guitar and just tune it a little and just give it a bit of a strum, just to make sure it's still in tune.
Okay, yeah, because you never know who was handling your
Well, yeah, I fell unconscious through a portal, so I'm checking all my instruments to make sure they're still in tune and not
well, exactly.
broken.
You never know what dragon-handed cretin handled your instruments while you were unconscious. So yeah, sensible precaution.
I assume it's all fine and in working, like everything's
Yeah.
all fine and in working condition.
So that would make it Richter's turn.
Okay, so, last I remember I was slipping a barmaid a gold piece.
Oh yeah, you're upstairs doing something else.
Right. So
Glad
that...
this isn't an under 18s rated one. So yes, you are slipping or something
Okay,
else.
so, if things are progressing in that regard, would that be a performance roll or a constitution roll?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you're the only person who's ever wanted to actually roll for that.
Well, the result should be funny if it goes badly.
Okay, roll you. Oh.
Or sleight of hand.
I think it would actually be acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Okay.
Or should I say athletics?
Oh, I have +5 athletics. Nice.
Yeah, it'd be athletics. I assume.
21. 16 +5, 21.
Yes, you are performing well. Oh my goodness.
So, for future reference, then, sex is an athletics roll.
Oh, terrible, terrible.
It depends how you do it. Fernando likes to make it a big show, so it's a performance check.
Oh, you're terrible,
enough.
you two. Okay.
I'm also kind of like, how potent was that flagon I drank?
Quite potent, as I said, and you haven't actually had anything for a while.
So I'm pretty rat-assed, then I take it.
That
Oh,
is why
yeah, you are-
Fernando also chose to eat food with his bottle.
Yeah, that's the other thing as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, do I need to take a turn other than that? Cause,
No,
like,
no.
probably going to be preoccupied for a bit.
Yeah.
If it's a 21 roll.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
going to
yeah.
have kept you preoccupied for a few turns.
Alright.
Okay, so so Wolfie, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm guessing I made it to the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, sir. May I look around your store and see your wares?
He sort of looks at you and says, "Well, I don't really have much in the way of wares. I'm a simple village blacksmith, unless you're after nails or well, what else do we have? Nails, building supplies,
What kind of building
shoes.
supplies?
I tend to spend I spend more of my time just fixing plowshares and things. You know, I don't do a lot of this like I'm doing today, doing this fixing weaponry.
Ah, so you have no equipment or any items? You just craft?
Well, I
And
got the
repairs?
tools, but as I said, I don't tend to have to fix stuff like this most of the time. The metalwork's simple enough, but it's not really my craft, shall we say.
Do you think you'll be able to improve my armor?
Not really. You'd need
No?
to go to you'd need to go to one of the you'd need to go to the market town for that.
And how far's that, may I ask?
From here, a couple of days travel west. It's not that far. The
Very
other side of
well.
the farmlands.
And then, in that case, may I pass you my armor and sword, and could you just give them a clean for me? And if maybe a little repair if you find any of my equipment is damaged.
Well, yeah, I could do that if you want.
Marvelous.
Give me a silver for it. No. I'll clean
How
up.
much silver, sir?
Oh, just the one.
Okay.
So I'll give him a
I'll-
thorough clean, and a bit like what I'm doing for your friend. Except his stuff was a lot more damaged.
2 silver. Give him an extra silver for his work.
But as I said, I won't be able to start on it until I finish your mate's sword here.
Yes, of course. I'll make it. Yeah, I should be still here.
Okay.
So by all means, take your time, sir. Silver. Increase 2. It's done. Okay. Well, I'll be seeing you soon, my friend. I will be heading to that pub over there. I'm guessing one of my friends will be in there as well. It wouldn't surprise me if he isn't there.
Oh,
he's
you
in
mean
there, all right.
your mate with the tricorn hat? Yeah, he
That is him, yes.
Yeah.
He has been struggling. It has been very hard for him.
I think I might have just the thing for him.
Oh, is that so? Well, please.
Yeah.
What do you have in mind?
Well, I was given this amulet long time ago. I think
that
it was
what I
more of
think
an
it is?
insult than anything. It's no use to me. I'm not a hard drinker.
Oh, do
I think-
tell.
I think someone was trying to offend me. Because this just turned up.
I see.
He turns over in his hand a small sort of amulet that has markings on it of a sheath of wheat,
Okay.
and it stinks.
Oh.
It utterly stinks. I'll let you have it for 5 gold if you want it.
So, off story. What exactly is this amulet? Is it a drinking amulet or
Oh no, I'm not telling you.
just a...
As the DM, I'm not telling you.
Oh, fuck. Alright, how much gold do I have? 5 bloody gold, this cheek. I can't even buy it. I
Do you
only got
remember
2
one
gold
thing?
on
You
me.
do have the ability to persuade people.
Yes, that is
You
correct.
could haggle.
Yeah, you can always haggle. You got to remember these things. You know, this game isn't always about combat. You can you know, haggle things and interact with people, perform, you know, like Fernando has.
Hmm.
Or steal and murder. That's all up to you.
I persuaded him.
Okay.
Where's...
What, are you going to persuade him or are you going to intimidate him? That's up to you.
Actually, let's see. What am I better at? Persuasion 0. Oh, stuff that then. I'm gonna have to intimidate him. But he's a friendly man. I don't want to. Oh, I'm gonna have to try. Well, let's see. Please, pray the wolf gods. Please. Is that a 2? Oh, oh no! Oh, I was so close to being a full house.
That was almost a nat 1. At which point, then it would have turned into a 5 galleons moment.
Oh, Jesus!
5 guys.
Surely you'll let me have it for more. Yeah, I'm your brother and all. 10 galleons.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry, sir, but it seems I do not have the what's the word? Let's see. I do not have the currency to pay for this nice little amulet. Perhaps I shall come back for that.
I'm still here, so you could always tell your friend about it, and if you got enough money.
Of course. Thank you.
So I believe that would be the end of your turn, Wolfie.
Yes, I'll be heading back to pub.
Okay, Noxious, it is your turn. Oh, I've
All right.
stopped typing the thing on this.
Well, taken aback that I've offended him to such a degree for such a little thing, I'm going to leave Stonehand to do as he will, and I'm going to head over to where I figure I'll probably find my companions at the local pub. Not much of a drinker myself, but I seem to find them at those places pretty frequently. And I guess, is that big guy still fighting the grass or whatever? Or not grass, but is that still going on over in the distance there near there?
Yeah, he's still trying.
Alright, well, before I go in the pub, I'm going to take my little stones and and I'm going to throw them into the mess of plants that he's fighting and do the ritual really quick to light them up. And then see what happens.
Ooh. Okay. As the amulets hit that first, they hit the closest of the tendril sort of things to the elemental. It starts to wither slightly as the blessed fire touches it, and then as the golem strikes it, it starts to make some headway cutting through it. The tendril starts to snap through, it starts to cut through it, and it slices it down to the ground on one side. So one side of the well is clear. There's still two other of these big tendrils around the well, but you can now. There's only bits of tendril now on the well itself, so you could
Okay,
get
so
a
these
bit
were
closer
blocking
to
the
it.
well. Okay. So I'm gonna leave those stones where they are because they're doing whatever they do, and I'm gonna grab some more, 8 more stones on the way, just slightly bigger ones this time. I'm gonna do my etching, etch my runes on there, and walk up to the well and drop them into the well while I'm doing the ritual so that they'll go off. Because it seems like these plants have something big to do with this well, so I want to clear them out of it.
Ooh.
Unless this is a Blackstone well, in which case I've just made a horrid mistake. But why would they be drinking out of a Blackstone well? They'll be dead. Which would be even funnier if there's a portal on the other side, or in the well, and I just dropped it through a portal. See who reaches or gets them on the other side. Good for them.
Okay. So this is what happens. The blessed stones hit basically fall into the bottom of the well. As they plop into the waters at the bottom of the well, bumping along the vines and things as they go, they burn the vines and burn through the vines as they go, and then they land in the water at the bottom. At which point, under the ground, there is a massive explosion. The side of the well which you had interrupted the vines erupts outwards in the direction the vines were tearing at the stone. This wave of energy, it completely disintegrates the poor elven ranger who was stood by his home just off camera, and completely obliterates his home as it goes, and basically everything in this direction is just annihilated. Just a blast wave goes through there, and unfortunately it does result in two things happening. This vine is also wiped out, so that vine's gone. The woodsmith is also gone. And the person who was on the very edge, Stonehand,
Oh, jeez.
he's dead. He's been disintegrated.
No!
At least he's out of his
Everything in that
misery.
has just been annihilated. Just the blast was huge. The vines that were the well is just completely exploded.
Are we sure he's
Out
dead?
in that
'Cause he is
direction.
a
But
golem. Can
where
we
you actually
revive?
weakened that one side is the only reason you're not dead. Because by weakening the well on one side, you cause the explosion to erupt in the direction of the weakness, and just in that direction. If you hadn't have done that, it would have taken the whole town and all of you.
Oof.
Yeah, you got to remember that well, basically, that well was made of blackstone. And you just basically dropped, dropped blessed stones into cursed water.
gosh.
That was like the equivalent, like the absolute reverse of your, that was anti-holy water in there.
But at least I didn't do what I thought of initially, which was drop some of the holy water in there.
That
I
probably would
figured
have
if
caused
everyone's
less.
drinking out of it.
That was not exactly what I was expecting to happen, but that's what always happens with D&D. Yes, poor Stonehand has been disintegrated like an extra from a Star Trek episode.
So, no chunks or anything that I
No.
might be able to salvage?
No, he has been utterly disintegrated. Just like, and as I said, the building is just rubble. Everything's
This is
living.
why I'm a rogue. Sometimes you lose friends when you're a rogue, but you just got to keep going on.
If you got the angle a little bit more to the right, you'd have taken Wolfie out. Like disintegrated Wolfie.
Wait, what? No.
You were very freaking close. You look where the. Hold on, let me pull the camera back a second.
Just murder her, man.
Well, having done my good deed for the day, I used
Good
my
deed of
bonus
the
action
day?
to hide.
Basically,
Good deed of the day. Hell's gonna hunt you down.
everything
I'm hiding now,
in this sort
so
of angle.
Everything's going so wrong.
with everything that happened, I'm sure nobody sees me now. They're all looking at the explosive area. Easy enough for me to disappear. I'll catch up with you guys later.
Better pray. You better pray they don't find you.
The only person who's going to be happy with this is oddly enough, is Richter.
Shit. Why is that?
Well, the Earth did move. Literally. If he's not lucky, if he's not careful, the building might collapse.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, I think we're having that earthquake now. I'm not joking.
That's not me, is it?
I'm just surprised no one's like, oh, second, Zawbat. This has a tendency to happen around me for some reason.
I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe it. I can't.
I was going to say, it's not the most destructive thing any of my casters ever done.
I love you're there like, I can't believe you did that. I can believe he did it. He's always messing with that shit and blowing stuff up. It's like his character's MO at this point.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know it would be this bad and stupid.
I mean, I can't complain. I mean, I've blown up mountains and stuff in the past as a player. Some of the people in chat have literally annihilated small villages by rigging pirate ships to unload like grape shot into towns. Just to deal with some. They weren't even supposed to attack the village. They were just supposed to go into a church and raise the standard to start a rebellion. They blew away the entire town, and then blew up the church that they were supposed to raise a banner on.
Oh my god, this
They
destruction.
blew up. They turned the hill into a molehill, and then stood on that and went like, "Yes, we won."
I believe I was in charge of that mission as the once and future king.
Yes, you were.
Oh,
It was a very
Jesus.
successful mission.
Successful. Oh, that's
The rebellion went well. There was no one alive to spark the rebellion. But then again, there was no invading horde to rebel against. So, swings and roundabouts,
Pluses and
All
minuses.
those people.
What you did was you basically bypassed the rebellion. by doing that. You can just cut to the chase. What town, says the person who blew it up? Rigging those
You know, at
rigging
least
those
I'm not
ships.
alone in my accidental destructive ways.
You better run for
But then
100
again, as I said,
miles,
we blew up
boy.
a mountain, so you know, like an atomic bomb in a fantasy game. But you know, Fernando.
I wasn't there for that one. That was a Warpstone Mountain, wasn't it? Yeah, I heard about that.
Yes, we blew up a mountain made of I see no town. Well, it was efficient. As I said, you just skipped the rebellion. You know, it was like there's an occupying force. There's no occupying force anymore. Okay. Fernando. There has been a massive explosion outside. The windows, any windows in the pub have utterly shattered if they had glass in them. How would you like to react to this? I'm not even going to make you do a perception check because there's no way you missed this.
I would spin my head to the boss. I thought you said the show was over for today. This seems a bit extreme from your golem out there.
Job done. Home in time for tea. That's one way of looking at it. It's what they would say
You
on
found
the
my
game.
military
A plus,
advice- my
A
mili-
plus efficiency.
To be fair, my military advisor on that game was not the most sane of people.
Well, he was the one who blew up the church while you were in it. You know, literally caused an old-style sort of Gothic church to just collapse onto its crypt while you were inside it. So yeah, it went poorly.
I'm just assuming the big fire golem just exploded some shit.
Well, oddly enough, the barman has just sort of looked at you like, that normally doesn't happen. In fact,
But Fernando is going to make a persuasion rolls to see if he can convince this guy that's what happened, because he has a pretty good idea what the fuck happened.
okay.
And he's just going to try and push the blame onto the golem with his big fiery sword. Ooh, for a 10.
Fernando is not convincing. But at
I
least
can't
he didn't
believe
get a
you're
1.
defending him. You monster.
At least he didn't get a 1. Where he would just be like, my friend blew up your town. Sorry.
Well, I don't. The thing is, I don't know that for a fact. It could have
That's
been
a
the
good point,
golem. I
actually.
just I have a suspicion that
I suspect
something
my friend blew up
made
your
a
town.
Darkstone explosion of Noxious was involved. Somehow.
That would
I
have
get
been
that
you on a 1,
sniggling
though.
feeling.
That would have been you on a 1, which would have just been, Fernando is not sure, but Fernando believes
Fernando
that
is not
his friend
convinced, but I
blew
think
up
my
your
friend
town.
just blew up half your town.
Good whiskey, by the way.
This what is this, Caribbean oak? This golem, he has a powerful swing.
But you gotta get the line in about my friend has just blown up your town. But the whiskey's
I
good.
can. Yeah. Well, I didn't roll a natural one.
No, that's what I mean.
Thank the lords. From where I'm looking out at the pub now, I can see the giant golem just stood there and no plants, right?
Yeah, and a big hole.
Because I'm just kind of leant both arms on. Actually, I'm just leant my back against the bar, just tuning the guitar.
Yeah, there's a rather large hole in the centre of the town.
Can I make a perception check to see if anyone needs help?
I would, yeah, definitely do a perception check.
Cool, a 20.
There are various parts in the bar which are looking rather structurally unsound.
I cannot do anything about that.
Like, the floor above you is looking a little bit lower than it was previously.
Does it look like it's about to give way?
It's looking like it might. It's looking, as I said, the whole building is starting to look decidedly creaking.
Cool. I'm gonna reattach all my stuff and fling my my pack onto my bag, reattach the guitar and the violin case under, just above my tail, and I'm gonna grab both the ladies' hands and say, maybe we should stand outside, a bit away from this bar. It looks like it's about to collapse. You should come too, my friend. Grab the bottle. I'm just gonna leave the two girls outside. Okay. I'm just gonna Hugh Hefner pimp walk my way out of the bar with my hands around both the ladies, guiding them to safety.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, can I do one more thing? Just as I'm leaving the bar.
Yeah.
As I'm walking the ladies out, can I just whip my tail around the bottle and just pick up the bottle by the tail?
Yeah. That's all right.
So I've got a bottle of booze in my tail and two women on my arms, and I'm just like, my friend, we should leave. This place does not look structurally stable.
I think you're probably right. Just to be sure. Okay.
I wonder what he's gonna grab that he thinks is the most important thing in this building.
Well, you've already grabbed it.
Oh, what, his women?
No, his whiskey. You've already grabbed one bottle of it, he's just grabbing a couple more from under the bar.
Load up, arms full.
Okay, Richter, I'm going to need you to roll a perception check.
Alright. Okay, perception. There you are. 8.
Oh my goodness.
I guess I'm pretty into what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But,
I think it's rather creaky building from upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna die.
Okay. I'm gonna have to determine how this goes. That's some appropriate music for this moment. It's got a wonderful sort of like oh my goodness, what is going on sort of vibe to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding. Well, you've been lucky.
Am I?
Yeah. The building collapses.
Oh no.
Did me and my lovely lady friends make it out fine?
Oh yeah, you made it out all right. Basically, what's
Good,
happened
because I am
is-
out of I was about to say good, because I'm out of teleport, so I get a long rest.
what basically has happened is the lower part of the building has collapsed into the basement.
Oh shit.
The top part of the building has collapsed onto the lower part, and the roof has basically weirdly slid off the back. I got a nat 20 on my thing for I'm surviving. So yeah, what's happened is the whole building has, as I said, has basically just gone like cards. But weirdly, in like a weird twist of fate, the only thing that is relatively untouched is the room you're in. Basically, you emerge from the rubble. Well, basically, the building has flattened like a house of cards around you, but not affected the room you're basically just on a bed on the top of the debris.
Looking at everybody as you're in the middle of the deed.
Yeah, it's basically. Yeah. As I said, it's the most outrageous bit of luck.
Oh my god.
Because, as I said, it's a bit like if you've ever seen any of the footage of like Buster Keaton and stuff where like a building, like a barn, just sort of falls apart. That's basically what this building has done.
To be fair, that stunt is legitimately impressive.
Oh yeah, given the time period as well, that would be impressive at most.
Well, given all the shit Buster Keaton did was real.
Yeah.
He did some insane stuff. I am surprised he lived as long as he did.
I mean, especially with the one I'm thinking of, where the barn literally could have crushed him.
Yeah, and he's just in the small square and it just falls.
Well, he has to run
over him.
and he has to get to that mark, otherwise it will crush him.
Yeah.
And if he didn't make the mark, he would have been crushed to death. But he literally made it, and so yeah, the pub has completely collapsed, and the only thing left is the bed and floor and stuff, and the bed where Richter is surrounded by bits of wood. Pardon me. Sorry, just getting Fernando and everyone in the right places.
I mean, there would still be the impact of the fall, I imagine.
Oddly enough, there wasn't actually that much of a fall for you. Because as I said, the thing kind of cushioned.
It was a shaky
fall.
start, but it was quite the finish. Is that kind of what happened for him?
It seems that way.
I'm just saying Fernando.
He's already like, who knew it was this good all this time? Goodness gracious.
Was that me?
Especially since he wasn't aware of the earthquake. Well, the sort of... I'm not so sure I should be... I'm not so sure I'm cut out for this sort of life. I mean, I just destroyed a building.
Why does every bar we go to in this place end up being destroyed?
You're just
I
like
don't know what you're
when it
talking
comes
about.
to this. just terrible. I'm just going to have it when you get to a village at some point. You're just going to be barred. There's going to be someone there
Look,
from the brewery.
I told you guys I'm not much of a drinker, Steve, so...
He's just going to be like, no, you're not coming in. We've heard what's happened to every other premises you've been to.
It's been one hell of a
I think
call.
you have forgotten that all these things seem to happen around Fernando. Fernando is never the direct cause of these things.
I'm just loving this shot of Fernando with the two girls. It just says it all.
Yeah, you say it like it's unusual.
Well, on the plus side, Wolfie, no one can blame your hyenas.
Yeah, where was the barn? Did the barn survive?
Yeah, the barn's on the other side. I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah. Well, no.
At least my
the
hyenas didn't do any
were doing
damage.
anything.
No, I would have been in so much shit if that happened.
Yeah, because you were told that if there was any damages caused by the hyenas, you'd have to pay.
Oh.
And
Please
if
it ain't
hyenas
me
blew
or
up
my
half the
hyenas.
town-
This ain't our fault.
Who knows what
If
hyenas
anyone
are
says
capable of?
otherwise, I'ma kill him.
But you have completely destroyed that poor guy's livelihood.
Oh no!
Wait, what?
They've completely destroyed this man's tavern. All he's managed to do is escape with his wenches and a couple of bottles of his best whiskey, what he could grab, and get out the door before the building collapsed.
Oh my god.
He's lost everything.
Oh
All of
no!
his stock
But
has been
got all the
crushed.
plants. There's no more weird plants in the town.
Oh, that's a
The
shame.
well is
there
clear.
are still plenty of weird plants in the town still. You just blew up the middle of the town.
Oh.
In fact, there was one particular weird one. Well, there's one particular one you can still see on camera that's like was behind the pub.
It's my time to go. Leave this town. Oh, boy.
It's whatever y'all do. Just
And
don't-
man, I was
don't-
gonna get a drink from the pub as well. I was making my way
It
to
turned
there.
into Sim City. You guys.
Did I manage to see the explosion while I was coming up to the pub?
Fortunately, your turn ended while you were still at the blacksmiths, which kept you out of the blast radius.
Oh, that's good then.
Wolfie is like, okay, there's everyone else. Wolfie is like, just to the left.
Oh,
like-
okay.
Like up on a hill,
I
like,
see.
what the hell has happened over there? What have you done? Please don't say my
I
hyenas
know
were involved.
exactly who this is.
I can't afford
He
this.
who. No one saw anything. All right. So he who. What's this he stuff?
He has
No one
gone
saw
too
anything.
far now.
It just happened.
What's this he stuff? He.
Oh god.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
That's where it didn't happen. Okay.
I'm the only one in the town that no one really saw except for the sheep lady. So other than that, nobody even knew I was there.
Well, yeah. Aside from the golem, the cleric, the second golem, well, the elf's dead.
Wait,
so
the
that doesn't
cleric
count.
died as well?
The
Oh,
two
man.
cooks and the two cooks that no one spoke to, and the produce guy. Yeah, there was no witnesses. Oh, aside from them and the magistrate.
Uh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 witnesses.
oh god.
I've got some work ahead of me
Do
then.
you know this man? No, I don't know him. I ain't seen him in my life.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we going to be heading into Red Dead Redemption time? Or sort of Red Dead Online time? No witnesses. No witnesses. Murderer!
We are not killing the whole town folk.
Why not? You've started so well.
Oh goodness gracious!
It's not like you guys have ever done anything evil before, you know, like, letting a murderer go free, or, you know, just...
Well, the biggest thing I think, the worst thing we've done is like the beatdown of the weirdo of the other town.
Oh yeah, the Shatner weirdo, yeah. He's definitely coming back.
Wait, what was that?
You have my word of that. I have found a model for him.
He's gonna be
Brilliant.
like our main BEG, our big bad evil guy.
I found a Michael Myers model,
Oh, oh God.
so it's going to look like Shatner.
Interesting. Wow.
But you know, spoilers.
Yes. Hush, hush.
Okay. Wolfie, you have just seen a massive energy blast go flinging past you and disintegrate a building to your, and heard another building collapse.
Oh God.
What would you like to do?
I'll head over to the town and check on the crumbled houses, see if anyone's buried, and also check out if anyone needs help, making sure everyone's okay.
Okay, roll an investigation.
Investigation. Ooh, this is a first time throw. I'm gonna get. Oh. No, come on, game. What is going on? This is pathetic.
Damn,
Okay.
a 4.
Let me just refresh.
I'm gonna let you find something in the loot, something very, very useful for in this situation. You have managed to find something incredible,
Caught my
Some-
attention.
a-
You have
a-
caught my attention.
a mystical item of just amazing power. You've managed to find a magical bar of soap.
Oh. Oh, nice.
Which basically acts as a minor. You can only use it. You can only use it. You can only use it 10 times, but it acts as a primitive form of prestidigitation.
What does that mean?
It's the thing that
That thing Fernando
uses
does
to
all the
clean
time to
things.
clean his gear.
Yes. And you found like a 10-use
Oh.
little magical bar of soap that does that.
That's
But it only has a
interesting.
limited number of uses.
Alright, let me add that to my inventory quickly.
You know, because that's the thing that you would want to find in an absolutely destroyed building. Something that could be used to clean up things. Ooh,
I'll
a
take
bar of
it.
soap.
There you
Oh,
go.
nice and clean.
If it's magic, maybe you can put the building back together.
Move along. Nothing to see here. It was just a marsh gas and a coconut. No, it wasn't an explosion at all. Some light reflected off some swamp gas, and the pub was never there in the first place.
Yeah.
10 uses.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So that would make it Obnoxious's turn.
So, since there's only like 7 witnesses, I'm looking around and see if I see a club, so I could dub it the Club of Forgetfulness.
Okay, you actually going to do that?
I probably shouldn't, but there's part of me that wants to, but then, you know, things like that have a tendency to bite me in the butt, so... I'm tempted, though. I mean, how easily accessible are these witnesses?
They're looking at you.
Oh, I thought I hid. I guess I didn't hide very well.
Hid. I was going to say, hide behind what?
Whatever was available.
The problem is
The
you're
collapsed
sort of in
building. So I'm just gonna look at everybody and say, and I guess I'll do a not intimidation. What's the other one?
Persuasion?
Persuasion. And I'm gonna be like, "Holy smokes! What happened there?"
Okay, roll for it.
21.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
Oh, that's pretty good. 21's pretty good.
Yeah. They believe
Did y'all see that?
your,
That
they
just blew
believe
up out
your
of nowhere.
actual surprise at what happened. Because you got to remember, they were watching. So they saw how what you did actually did destroy one of the vines. So they saw you were trying to help. And, you know, then blew up the town.
How much would you say that pub is worth?
Not a massive amount, because it was just a wood building, but you know they probably had quite a bit of stock, and you know like beds and supplies, and they had to be built and everything.
So I'm gonna.
And given that woodcutter and wood supplier just exploded as well, I imagine it would be worth more now, just because of trickle down economics of just blew up their supply.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna. Now that they're all kind of less intensely looking at me because they believe that I'm just a surprise, which in a way I kind of am. I'm going to make my way over to Fernando and be like, "Hey, buddy, you know any songs to put people to sleep? Because I think we got to get out of here before this gets worse."
over to you, Fernando. You're good at public relations.
I'm afraid
It was all
not,
a
my friend.
dream.
My speciality is keeping people awake, and I wink at both the girls with the whiskey in my tail.
So.
I lean forward and whisper to him. I was trying to convince everyone there's the giant, but it seems our plan is blown.
So I guess the only other thing I could do is I'd be like, well, I gotta go pick something up and make my way over to the farm girl's house. See y'all later.
Ladies, users, you go get your wool.
Might as well. I mean, things aren't going quite my way. So.
Thanks everyone. You've been an amazing audience. I'm just gonna go and pick up my wool. This is where I parked my car.
I'm very much, I want to help him, but I have a airtight alibi of I was not involved in any fucking way. And I'm looking like Hugh Hefner in the middle of this exploded town. I think I can pull this.
So with my you know, straightest like I haven't done anything wrong and I, you know, I'm minding my own business look on my face, I'm just going to walk off towards the shepherdess's
I can
house.
actually imagine him doing that, like hands behind his head, like. God. Trying to sort of playing it cool, boys. Playing it cool.
My beautiful young petals. Did you have anywhere else to stay, or were you living at the bar?
both look at you. We're living at the bar.
That is a shame. I'm sure we can find somewhere to put this up, no? I'm sure you know someone in town I can convince to let us stay. I have lots of persuasion ability and lots of money.
They whisper to one of them whispers to you. Well, you've got a nice tent in there. It'd be a little bit of a squeeze.
Yeah. You want to listen to me play for you and sit under the beautiful stars? This could be very romantic.
Does sound like they want you to pitch a tent.
Well, he's always got that one. Because remember, he's the one with the ornate tent, a really nice one. So.
I'm gonna look over at Richter since he's the only one I think I can see. I think Richter's the only one I can see besides of Noxious, who's wandering away trying to stay inconspicuous, so I don't want to draw attention to him.
Well, I think what's happened there is the walls of the room have fell away from me, and I'm still on top of this one with a very shocked look on my face.
I'm not even sure if you're aware of what's happened.
Is that... What? Did I do that?
As I said, that's what I mean. I don't even think you're aware of what's actually happened at the moment.
Where is a good place to? Where is a good place to pitch my tent, Hawkeye?
So I'm just actually picking your tent up. Oh no, I have this one will do. Well, there's a little grassy knoll that was behind the pub.
Yeah, I'll lead them there and start setting up the tent. And I'm assuming there's like half a bottle of whiskey left.
Yeah.
Well, Fernando is going to set up a tent and play serenade these ladies while we drink a bottle of whiskey.
I've always been so bad about videos because otherwise I keep getting copyright warnings. There we go.
He's gonna make up some song about how lovely these women are.
Is that going to be a performance check?
I assume so.
Just moving you over to the tent. Yeah.
I assume that was going to be a performance check, yes. Yeah, right to it now. That is Fernando has a very fun tent.
He's also very easy to pick up by his head.
A 22 on that performance check.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I rolled a 14. I have a +8 to performance now. There is a reason I put performance as my expertise. It is what I am good at.
That's a fine tent. Yeah, it's a very nice tent. Okay. Doesn't sit on the hill very well. Okay. So Fernando's heading off to his tent. Okay. Richter, can you please give me a perception check?
Perception check, Charlie. 10.
Okay, you actually made it this time.
I thought that was a 1 for a second because it looked a little bit like one. I thought, are you kidding?
Sorry to interrupt, but I assume these ladies are pretty wooed on the 22.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good. Good.
Yes, they are very happy. Um, this is turning into one of those.
So I look around.
You've
notice
realised the
that
building is no longer a building. It is a pile of debris which you are on top of.
miraculously unharmed in the middle of.
Yes.
I look at. What the hell happened there? You all right, love?
You'll be alright, love.
It's never happened before.
That never happens. I swear. Well, the bars being destroyed soon after we go into them has happened before, but I haven't really cottoned on to what's going on yet. So I don't know. I guess I'll disengage, put my armor on, and
I'm just gonna roll one thing to like what she thinks actually happens. Oh, she's realised the building has collapsed and she isn't so dense as to sort of think like that it was what you were doing.
Yeah. I mean, I was performing well for what must be my first time, but not that well.
Right. Well, so now you've realised the building has collapsed. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna ask the barmaid if she's all right, because I didn't actually notice anything was happening until after the fact.
Yeah, she's unharmed.
Good. Right, I think I'm gonna What does one say in this situation?
Unfortunately, Fernando is not there to feed you some good lines.
I mean, there's always the classic, but was it good for you too?
Fuck it, why not?
Oh yeah, but you've actually got to say it.
Oh, so was it good for you too?
You got to say it in a sort of like.
Was it good for you too?
Roll a persuasion.
Roll a persuasion. Oh god, this is. I mean, I say it jokingly, but this is all gonna depend on how this roll goes. Where's persuasion? Intimidation, investigation, management.
See, the advantage of persuasion in this one is either the line works or the line goes completely flat. Unless you get a 1, and then it's like
20. 18 plus 2, 20.
Yeah,
I mean,
unlike
she's
that, where she's well impressed.
Well, she's probably just in shock and bursts into laughter, like realistically, because we've just noticed that the building around us has collapsed and we are miraculously unharmed.
Well. All I need is for Wolfie and Thingy to go somewhere to have a rest. And then you could all have a long rest. Richter's still in bed. Thingy's in his Fernando's in his tent.
To be fair, there is an advantage to having only 4 hours, needing only 4 hours of rest compared to 8.
Okay.
It makes me more a generous lover because I have less time to sleep.
But I assume Richter's going to start getting dressed and stuff and ready to do other things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna... I should probably go and find my travelling companions and just sort of get dressed.
Okay.
Should I mean, I kind of feel like I should, like, drop some coins and say sorry about the mess. But I don't know what would be a not insulting amount here.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something far worse.
Oh, God!
Do I tip when things like this happen?
I mean, it's a
Would it be
legitimate
weird
question,
to tip in this situation?
All right. Is the landlord okay?
Yeah, he's outside. Well, he's directly in front of you.
Yeah. No, I don't think I would like drop. I don't think I would give them money for the damages without knowing what caused it, because I don't know why the building has fallen down.
See, it works. Even works with the music. This is the point where you like walk up to her and like, excellent facilities. Do. And drop him a couple of coins and walk off.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Yeah, I'll do that. How much should I? How much would you recommend I like?
I have no idea, because it's just going to be like a jokey sort of.
Because this is a rather unique situation.
Yeah. Especially seeing you're the one person who has no idea what's going on.
Yeah. I'm also blind drunk. Like I'm. That's still the case.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that would be the thing to do. You drop off the coins and then head back towards the blacksmiths.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now we've got to figure out what is an amount I would think to give him.
Well, whatever amount you figure out, take it out of your coins and tell me about it in a second. I'll go on to the next person's turn.
Well, you are in a pretty good mood right now.
I could drop a gold, but then I'd be down to 4. Fuck it, I'll drop a gold. If the keyboard will work.
Hey, Fernando missed the big cities. That's where you can earn the real gold with being a bard. We end up in such small towns. We miss a nice big city.
Well,
excellent facilities, mate. And then I just happily saunter off to the blacksmith, oblivious.
ask if anyone's ever done that before. It's the first time always so rough.
It's the first time. It's the first time always so rough.
Well, you were offered the special.
I can't believe this is how this session has gone.
I can. It's not that surprising, really.
Yeah, well, this is my first D&D campaign, so perhaps I just don't really have the barometer yet.
It'd be my... Maybe one of them pop Okay. Well. I believe that, well, the cleric and stuff, the rest of the townsfolk are having a look at the hole, which is now sort of permeating their town. So that would make it Wolfie's turn.
Okay. Let's do a perception check to see what's going on right now.
Oh no, I can just tell you that. You tell-
Oh, go on. What's happening now? Ignore that perception.
Basically,
throw.
the villagers have all moved to the middle of the town because of the fact there's now a very large hole in the middle of the town.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
And the golems are just sort of staring into it, and as I said, most of the villagers are just sort of staring into it.
Were there any survivors?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of survivors. Just it was just the ones in the direction of the explosion that were annihilated.
Oh, okay.
Goblins.
You know what? I'll go and start and approach the piece of land where my hyenas are at and pick them up. Because I don't think I would want to stay at this town any longer for what's just happened.
Jumping on the obnoxious form of dealing with this. I'll just take my stuff.
Yeah, Fernando has
and
accepted that he is staying the night.
I'll just take my stuff and go. Love the town. Love the town, but this isn't where I parked my car.
So Fernando has realized he needs a long rest before he can do anything else.
But then
That's the
actually,
problem.
before
Fernando's
I
in
go,
lots of trouble because he has no spells.
Fernando, as I got that level, I do have some spells, but I am on the
definitely not
borderline
in a
of I
condition
used
for a
all my
fight.
shit in that null fight.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
of this time has
This was supposed to be
finished?
just a. This was supposed to be like a recovery sort of thing. Okay.
And then Obnoxious blew it all up.
I'm innocent, I tell you, innocent.
Before I
Quick, this is the point where someone needs to cue the clip from. Someone needs to clip that and then cue the clip from Planet of the Apes. It was just supposed to be a quick thing. You blew it up! You maniacs! I think I'm gonna do that at this point. That's gonna be my next TikTok video.
Fernando is going to make the best situation of this. He is high-priced whiskey and 2 women. He is fine.
Okay. But what is... okay, so Wolfie's going to retrieve his hyenas.
Before I go to my hyenas, I want to quickly check if the blacksmith's finished cleaning my equipment.
He only started it about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, that means I have to stay the night. Right, I'm
Yeah, I
sleeping
wasn't
with
really
my
planning on
hyenas.
blowing up the town.
Who really plans anything when I'm involved?
Just be glad it's not Pokemon Lord. You might have some pups on the way. Okay. What was I going to say? Yeah.
Has
So
it
that would make it
circled back to me?
Noxious' turn. So you've picked up your bags of wool.
Oh no, I'm visiting her. I didn't want to get bags of wool. I'm gonna ask her if I can, instead of taking the wool, because I know that's their, how they make their money. I want to see if she's got an old shepherd's crook and an old cape, or
Oh, instead of the wool.
yeah, I'm gonna trade her for those things instead. Just some old ones, stuff that she's just got laying around. Shepherd's
Yeah.
crook and a shepherd's, like, I don't know what you would call it, but like
Or
the
just
little
like a hood.
cape. Yeah.
Hood, sort of a cape thing, yeah. Sort of a travelling cape sort of thing. Travelling hood.
And then I'm gonna thank her for that. And then I'm gonna walk over towards where the tents are, because I figure it's time to get a rest. But I'm not gonna walk normal. I'm gonna hunch myself over, like an old man with the hood pulled real low, walking with my shepherd's crook like an old shepherd, so that nobody knows who I am.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get over there and
Are you gonna just try and make yourself not be seen, or are you actually gonna like put on all the like trying to act like a peasant sort of thing, like trying to act like a
yeah, I pretty much want to disappear at this point. So I'm gonna put it on like I'm an old, got a bad leg and everything. I'm walking kind of goofy. Got my stick that I need so that I can stand up.
Okay.
Hoping no one speaks to me.
I'm just gonna check with this one, right? Would that still come as it is? I'm just gonna see. My first instinct is that this would not come under stealth anymore after that point, because stealth
My instinct
is performance.
is, yeah, that would be my instinct. You're pretending to be someone you're not, so it's acting.
Yeah, that was
Whereas
literally
if
what
you
I
were
was
trying
thinking.
where if you were just trying to
I wanted to check to see if
Assassin's
I was on
Creed,
base with that.
what-
Like,
see, the stealth approach would be, I'm going to Assassin's Creed it and just put my hood up and blend into a crowd. That would be stealth, but pretending to put on a limp and yeah, that'll be a performance.
This is obnoxious. He never really gets the stealth thing quite right. He's the worst rogue in the world. So, or in the realm. So, making bad choices, like entirely putting on a show to act and pretend you're somebody else, seems like right up his alley.
Okay, so yeah, roll for it. Performance.
Go performance.
Well, at least you got the +3. Ooh.
I got a 9.
Fernando's whole thing is to try and see how much he can get away with being a performance.
So basically, you're sort of walking back around, but sort of like coughing a little bit and going like, "Oh, my leg. Oh, I have a limp. Oh, oh, my leg. Oh, my leg is so bad. Oh dear."
Hoping no one talks to me.
Yeah.
Just moving along.
But at the moment, they're all staring into the hole in the ground, so they're not really paying attention to your bad acting.
So I'm like, yes, it's working. I'm great at this.
You're the best. You're the Tommy Wiseau of rogues.
You're tearing me apart.
That's when he just walks
I
straight
knew I
up
could
to.
do it.
That's when he just walks straight up to Fernando and goes, "Oh, hey Fernando, how was your sex life?"
Anyway, I cannot tell you. It's confidential. Anyway, how was your sex life?
Right now, it's pretty good.
So yeah, and as usual, I'll go wander over to Fernando's tent and barge in.
It will take you a little while to walk over there because you're having to circle around the big hole. So
with my fake limp. Is
yes, with
no,
your fake
no
limp,
less.
with your bad acting fake limp. Okay. Fernando, are you gonna keep performing and then go for your short rest? Well, rest.
Yeah, I will keep performing for these ladies, and then I'm gonna spend 4 hours of a long rest showing them a good time, and then I will take 4 hours of rest for myself.
Okay. That's Fernando.
Because I only need 4 hours for. I only need 4 hours for a long rest, so that's 4 hours to devote to the ladies.
So Fernando is calling it a night.
Oh no, an 11. Them kissing up on Fernando is throwing off his guitar game.
Okay. Richter,
Yep.
it is your turn.
All right. So I'll probably be approaching the blacksmith by now, right?
Go ahead. Just arrived at the blacksmith.
Hello there, mate. How goes it?
Well, I've managed to sharpen it up and replace the leather work, but it's not in great. It's not great.
What did it end up being?
As I said, I'm not really. I don't tend to do much with swords. As I said, I've managed to replace the leather work, but you really need to take it to someone in the. There's the Market City. It's about Market Town. It's about a couple of days' travel to the west of here. If you take it there, I know there's a blacksmith there. He does weapons. He'll be able to sort it out for you. And also,
right,
you should
brilliant.
be heading that way anyway, because that's the best place to get any kind of travel away from here, like boats and stuff.
Ah, well, thanks very much, mate. I'll take the sword off and what is it now?
It's
So I can
still,
put it in my
it's,
inventory.
I'll add it in. It's
Okay.
but one thing I was wondering, you like a
Yeah.
you like a bit of a drink, don't you?
You could say that, yes.
You ever seen one of these before?
Oh, is this that amulet?
Yeah, he turns it over and it's this sort of looks like a wheat sheath sort of thing. It's about it fits in the palm of your hand and it smells.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, to you it's
I've
like a
seen an
homely smell.
I've seen an amulet before, but never one like that, mate. I
Well-
actually have an amulet in my inventory as like a holy symbol.
Well, someone gave it to me. I'm not sure if, as I said, I'm not sure if it was an insult or what it was for. But I'll sell it to you for 5 gold.
5 gold. I don't actually have 5 gold left. Well,
How much gold have you got?
can I use this amulet? Like, I'm looking at the amulets I've got in my inventory, and it says cost 5 GP, and it says the holy symbol is a representation of a god or pantheon. A cleric or paladin can use a holy symbol as a spellcasting focus. As described. To use the symbol in this way, a character must hold it. Well, I've never actually done that, so
That's because you naturally use it as your
right. So I
your-
couldn't
your
barter
thing.
with that one. I couldn't.
Technically,
It depends if the DM is going to willingly allow you to use the amulet of the drunkard as a spellcasting focus.
I reckon so. I reckon I'll allow it.
Your god is now booze.
I was gonna
You've
say,
disassociated from the church, and now your god is booze in the open sea.
You've officially transitioned if you do this. You've officially.
All right, yeah.
You've given up the church now completely. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
holy
Curtis-
relic that's worth 5 gold. Are you going to convince? Well, you've got to convince him of that first.
My gods
hasn't-
be
he hasn't agreed.
booze.
He hasn't agreed to it yet.
Would you care to trade for this one?
What's that?
It's a holy symbol. I used to be a paladin, you see. Well, technically I am a paladin, but I used to be of the church, and this was the relic I was given. I've no use for it, and that one, something tells me I'd like that one better. I don't know what it is. So, would you care to trade? Do I have to roll anything?
Roll persuasion. See if.
Persuasion. There we go. 17.
He agrees to that. Just on,
Okay,
well,
I'm
just
now-
on the fact it doesn't smell as bad.
Yeah. Okay, so am I adding the amulet of the drunkard? You say?
Yes.
To-
Which has now become your
Amul-
casting item.
Does that affect my magic in any way?
Perhaps it will. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Should be fun either way.
Well, I
Your-
didn't think about the idea that you could use it as your casting item until just at that
your holy
moment.
spells now give people a light buzz.
Well, now if you look up Amulet of the Drunkard, he now gets a heal from drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hold on, it says this amulet smells of old ale-stained wood. While wearing it, you can regain 4d4 plus 4 hit points when you drink a pint of beer, ale, mead, or wine. Once the amulet
that
has
is-
restored hit points, it can't do so again until the next dawn.
That is one of the magic items from my books, and I've given it out to my players before.
Yeah. I heard about it while I can't remember what I was watching. I was watching a video about magical items, and suddenly someone goes, Amulet of the Drunkard, and goes into the details about it, and I was like, oh, I have to find a way to give that to Richter. Amulet of the Drunkard.
So do I delete the amulet, the holy symbol one, from my
Yes.
inventory now?
Yes, you no longer have a holy symbol amulet. You are just
The
You're
amulets
just a
of
drunk.
the drunkard.
if you go anywhere near your former holy order, they're going to be so upset with you.
Oh, I am... Like, I have resolved never to go near them again anyway.
Well, yeah. Now you're using the amulet of the drunkard as your blessing.
With this, I have severed my last ties to the church. I'm still a paladin, but, you know, not of any order.
Now it's more like you're a well, I'm not sure what would be the equivalent of a drunken master. If drunken
Like the
masters are monks,
monk
you
from
would
World
be
of
a
Warcraft?
drunken master, but of paladins.
Yeah.
They did have a healing class of the I was in World of Warcraft, was one of the monks,
Yeah.
and that was one of the things that you could do.
Mm.
Was drink and heal.
Oh yes, the old brewmasters.
Yeah, those ones.
Well, Wolfie, what are you gonna do after all this like craziness?
Well, I'm gonna sleep with my hyenas, get some rest.
Speaking of stinks,
And just, that's about it, I guess. Wait for the blacksmith to finish cleaning my weapons, and then I'm out.
It
Okay,
is called
so-
bestiality. Most place cultures aren't so fond of it.
So you're just gonna pitch your tent somewhere and, or you're gonna sleep under the stars,
Sleep under the what?
or you're gonna sleep under the stars.
Yeah, I'm sleeping under the stars.
Okay, that saves you having to get a tent over.
Yeah, I gotta stay cautious.
Okay.
Don't
so
want
you're
to, don't want
encouraging your,
to be in another.
I'll have you move over towards the graveyard so you're not quite so like right near everyone while you hunker down for a kip together. So Noxious, where are you? Well, everyone else seems to be heading off to sleep, so I assume you're going to head over towards Fernando still.
yeah, but instead of barging in because he has guests, I'm just gonna go to the back edge of the tent and sleep out there on the outside. I've got my own cloak, and I've got the shepherd's cloak, and I've got my armor. I'll be plenty warm enough.
Yeah, he tries to break into the tent, but he hears two girls giggling and decides better of it.
Yep. Three's a crowd, so.
I'm not sure what the thing for a tent is, because you can't really, tents don't really rock and.
That's right, I said the two girls giggling. This is a fun image.
Okay, so it's only Richter who's not sort of asleep
Yeah,
or
I
not
guess,
going to bed at the moment.
Well, can I just as the end of my turn, then can I, since I've got the amulet now, can I just head towards wherever we are at a campsite?
Yeah, everyone else is just pitching their tents wherever. Wolf
Ah,
is just
right.
nearby you.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can pitch a tent there.
Yeah, I'll pitch a tent near where everyone else is. And do we take a long rest now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna have some company.
Am I?
Yes.
Right.
Well, she's got nowhere else to go.
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay. So the village
I'm in a good mood.
head off to well, I say to sleep. They'll disappear off into their homes and those other things to sleep. Fernando, has already said that he wants to rest for 4 hours. Well, do other things and then rest for 4 hours. Okay, so I would like.
That's it. I have an extra 4 hours over everybody, so.
I was just gonna say, which one do you
That
do
is
first?
what Fernando likes to call party time.
Well, I was gonna say, which one do you want to do first? Because then I can, ascertain whether you would get woken up by a sound.
And Fernando would obviously do Paladin first.
Okay, okay. So,
He does not want to let the women go to sleep unsatisfied. That would be bad etiquette.
well, as day turns into night, a sound starts to come from the hole in the middle of the town. It starts to rumble. You've all had your long rest and are starting to wake up. As you do, there are things milling around outside. Emerging from the hole in the ground. So let's have a perception check from each of you.
Perception check. Okay. 5.
18. I was hoping I'd roll low on this one so I wouldn't notice.
I got 10.
Only Fernando is aware of this. Well, it kind of makes sense. He's actually the closest. And also, this is probably something that would bother him more than anyone else. There is something coming out of the hole in the ground. Creatures. And
So I didn't get a long rest.
No, you did. You got your full long rest.
Oh,
You have to
God.
remember, it started at like you started your rest about lunchtime, so you know it's night at the moment.
I don't know if Fernando can last an awful long time.
Well, as I said, it is
Although it depends what you consider rest.
yes, that's not always restful.
Fernando considers it rest.
Well, basically, there's something outside the tent.
Oh, I'm gonna step out and have a look quickly.
Outside the tent on the, like, toward the front of it?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, because whatever it is might trip over me if it's walking around the back.
Oh no, that's not it.
Damn it! Why do you do this to me? Every time I get into a tent, it's like, some shit's going down. No.
Oh, you'd know what this was.
So do I have to make a perception check as I'm coming out the tent?
Yes.
Cool. I'd like to state I pick up my parrying dagger and my rapier. Just so I'm armed. And I roll a 10.
There are wraiths outside.
Oh, fuck off. Fucking wraiths. Ugh. I'm stood here, dick swinging in the wind. Covered in you don't want to know what.
Oh my god.
Swinging like a despot from the gallows.
Hey, Fernando is rather impressive.
They're not heading towards you though.
I think fuck.
Oh.
They're heading past you.
Fernando's gonna be like, "Stay in the tent, ladies. I will protect you."
Almost like they're. Well, I'm not going to say that.
Almost like that. What?
They're not paying attention to you at all.
Oh, okay.
Because they're literally, as I said, the ones by you have literally headed past the tent.
Can I see where they're heading
Are they
to?
going to the elemental?
Oh, sorry, the elemental shouldn't actually be there anymore.
No, my worry is they're heading to the one that caused the giant ass explosion.
Are you gonna take a look towards the middle of the town?
Yeah, I'll have a look at where they're going.
Basically, there is the hole in the ground is now erupting with light, and every so often a point seems to congeal in that light, and that turns into a wraith, and then that wraith barrels out of it and immediately heads out of it as quickly as it can.
Very much from like the first Ghostbusters movie when they blow the reactor.
Sort of. It's more like no, that's it. No, this is one that no one would remember. So it's more like spirits escaping something.
Okay. Can I tell where they're heading or what their purpose is?
It's pretty clear that they're just fanning out. They're just escaping.
Okay,
they're not
cool.
Heading,
right.
They're heading in different directions. They're just literally.
So I kind of run from my tent to the middle of town.
They're just heading out whichever way they can get.
So to see this, I had to run from my tent to sort of round the pub to the middle of town, I guess.
No, where you are is literally facing it.
Oh, that's good because I'm running to the middle of town, dick flaying in the wind.
This is more like a nightmare of you waking up naked and there's a massive like conduit with undead pouring out. Well,
Yeah, this is what Fernando calls a Thursday. He is used to this. It's like Thursday. This happens every week.
This is I think, wouldn't Fernando find this really bad? Because this is like a mass escape from the Raven Queen's realm, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I do want to put these people back where they belong. But I want to act chill so nobody notices I'm totally like, oh fuck, this is bad. Because Fernando's that guy that always wants to be, I'm cool as a cucumber, yo. Well, if they're not attacking anybody and they're not a threat at the moment, I'll observe a second, deciding whether I have enough time to put on pants.
Okay. Well, you can. Okay. No one else is even aware of the sound at the moment. But basically, that's what you're seeing. The same pattern happening over and over. Loads of these things are. It's like spirits just pouring out, just escaping every few seconds. There's another one appearing, and then it's just flying out of there as quick as it can to get out. And they aren't paying attention to you at all. They don't care you're there.
Do they care anyone's around?
No, they're flying through the buildings, they're flying through the things, they're not attacking anyone or anything, they're just escaping.
Oh, my friends, this is very bad.
It's like they've realised that the door's open, and, well, you know, to quote Zed, it's, you know, It's like everyone's
Unfortunately,
heading out,
I am a.
you know, I'm trying to remember the line, you know.
Unfortunately, I'm
It's
a
like
bard.
everyone's-
I
it's
do
like
not
everyone's
have any
leaving a
spells
party,
to
no one
control
wants to be
undead.
stuck with the check.
Yeah, I don't have any spells to control undead. I'm a bard. This is more a cleric or a paladin job.
I mean, what would happen to an undead if I cast Bless on it?
Oh. Doesn't that kill them?
Because I've got a Bless spell that has a 30-foot range.
Does it stick around or anything? Like, could you bless the hole?
Well,
You
no, you
bless
can't really
up to-
bless a hole.
You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add a number rolled to attack roll or saving throw. Well, that's if I cast it on a party member. But the effects of holy magic on undead,
Yeah, they
I'm
tend to be
just
not
thinking-
pleasant.
yeah, I'm just thinking like maybe that would actually be a better weapon than any actual weapon I've
Yeah.
got at the moment.
But at the moment, as I said, no one's. You're sort of waiting on Fernando telling you that they're there,
Right.
and at the moment he's observing them, and there are a lot of them.
Oh, what about Sacred Flame?
Because
Flame
basically,
like radiance.
Can Fernando look at the hole and go, "Oh my God, the undead! They're racing!" in a very loud voice to try and make everyone aware of this.
My friends, if you were to rise
friends,
from
the
your
undead,
slumber
they are
now, you
coming.
would not be the only ones.
Please pay attention to me.
hello, I am not. I am distracting you. Please
No,
come
I am
over and
trying
let me
to
distract you.
I'm trying to point. I am not trying to distract you. I'm trying to point your attention.
Perhaps you should be aware of the.
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna do that. That is what I want to do. I want to try and make everyone aware of what the fuck is going on.
Okay, so Fernando has made quite a significant amount of noise. So, okay, perception checks for everyone else to see if they've heard Fernando.
I'm picturing oh god, 11.
Yeah, you've
I'm
noticed.
I'd like to do a
um,
I'd like to do a dramatic performance of this check.
I'm
Okay.
picturing like a.
Oh my
a
God!
ro-
Pay attention.
Wolfie's noticed.
beginning of-
They've all noticed.
the beginning of like the road to El Dorado when he's like, I knew it, and one of them's just playing the guitar along with the mood.
I am basically the guy that plays the guitar, the blonde dude in
Yeah.
Road to El Dorado.
Miguel.
Yeah, I'm basically Miguel.
Wolfie's
I knew it.
awoken with his hyenas.
Yeah, those hyena senses have to count for something. Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
And being a half elf, wouldn't wraiths be a little unnerving as well?
Oh yeah.
I'll make a performance check on. Can I make a performance check to make everyone hear me? Like, oh my God, there they are, the undead. Please pay attention.
Okay, roll a performance check.
Over dramatize it.
If you guess
14.
this one,
Okay, yeah, you've got full Tommy Wiseau.
Oh my God, the undead, they are rising. Please pay attention.
They're going to tear us apart.
You're
What?
tearing me apart, Richter.
Are we supposed to defeat them?
So I've got a crazy idea, and
I blame Obnoxious for this.
You have done enough.
You
So-
know what? Fuck it.
it's like
why
a
not?
side question, right? So Fernando's
Go to a town and you
half
not blow
elf
stuff
and
up.
half tiefling, right?
Yes,
Okay, so
that is correct.
are you unable to wield certain magics because of that, or does... Well, no, because we were in the cleansing fire and it didn't bother you. So my question is this: could you
Technically,
use
I lean more elf than I do demon.
Okay. So the let's say the runes that I have written down on paper that I use all the time to get in trouble. Could you like use that in a song to use a wide area of effect against evil creatures like Wraith? Essentially,
honestly, that would be a DM decision. I have no fucking idea
Well, unfortunately, that
how any of that works. So.
runes are representations of words, not actual words.
yeah, but
I
I have the actual words that go along with the runes though in order to activate them.
Because it'd be
Basically,
like
I can
it'd be
use
like
any-
singing hieroglyphs.
I can infuse any word I speak with magic.
So
Because I have I have the spell friend, suggestion, command. Basically, I have all the spells that allow me to infuse my words with magic.
Well, the problem is, as I said, the problem is not so much the nature of what you can do; it's the nature of the fact that the runes are not the actual words themselves.
Well, but if he sings the words into a ritual, we could all chuck those pebbles into the wraiths as they light up. If we're putting the runes down on the pebbles, and then as he sings, chucking it into the wraith, as long as we've got the correct rune to the word,
Although
and he's
you're
essentially
forgetting one thing.
doing the ritual over and over again.
You know, you're so close to something which you've kind of forgotten. Which I'd actually forgotten until just that second, but you know, you forgot one other thing about the stones. Think back to what happened that evening.
Well, I know when we did the ritual, it did cause holy beings to appear.
No, think what was happening to Richter. Think what was happening to Fernando that evening. What did Fernando do?
Well, he was.
What did Fernando?
Well, I know Fernando was singing, and he got like.
Well, to the fire.
Increased the intensity of it through the song.
Yeah.
He was playing his violin.
So essentially, we could merge those magics. I give you the words that go along with the runes. You sing it, play your, I guess, break out your violin, since that's actually got a connection to that. Well, I don't know that though.
To be fair, with what I've written that violin with, it should do something.
And then, if nothing else, I mean, if the words themselves can't affect the creatures, then we could start notching down the runes and shooting them, chucking them, whatever. I mean, I could notch them onto arrowheads and shoot them into the wraiths.
Could do. So what are you going to do?
Well, I think it's Wolfie's turn though, so I can't really do anything yet.
Wolfie, what are you going to do?
I don't know how to actually defeat a wraith. So at the moment, I'm just observing what's happening, seeing what the other.
You're a blood hunter. It's an undead. You get advantage on any check you make against it.
Oh, so I can actually do damage to the wraith?
No, but to like any check you make, like on your skills, you get advantage to them. That's what the advantage for a blood hunter is any undead fiend or fey. You get advantage to make a intelligence or said check against it.
Right. Okay. Ooh.
Because remember, you're an expert monster hunter. That's what you do. You hunt monsters.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So
Monster who hunts
you might be able
monsters.
to intuit something from their behaviour.
Exactly.
Right. So, hold on. What can I do right now?
Well, the funny
You
thing
can't
is,
use-
these things are usually quite hostile to the living, and several have flown straight past you.
Right.
And they've made no effort to go at you at all. That is very strange. So perhaps some form of check, based off what you know.
What, a history check? Or investigation?
Well, which do you think?
Well, I'm better off investigating.
Okay.
So let's give this a go. Oh, okay, I'll take it. 17. 14
17?
plus 3.
Yeah, this is not normal race behaviour. If anything, they'd have attacked you while you slept, like tried to drain your life force.
Yeah.
But this is very clearly something else. This is not. They're not trying to fight you. This is a prison escape.
Oh, okay.
They're trying to get as many. It's not like an invasion where, it's like an army's trying to pour into a place and strategically attack a place. Like if it was a demon summoning circle or something like that, where they would be coming into an area ready to attack it or something. This is something has allowed these things out, and so they're running for it because it's like, oh, we're suddenly free. Run, let's go. We're not going to fight anything. We're just gonna back off and go do things, which is very weird. There's something in that hole. There's something in there that's doing this.
Can I approach the well and check what's causing their freedom?
Okay. So you're going to walk up to the well. As you do, several race sectors continue to... The race near the hole just ignore you completely.
Oh, okay.
There's loads of them just milling around and just heading straight out.
Well, are they defending the well or just starting to
they're
appear?
escaping it.
Escaping. Okay.
It's like, as I said, it's like something has let them out and they're like, book it. Run.
And there's so many. It's bad. Do I see the well, or do I have to wait until my next turn now?
Well, you're going to look into the well.
Perception check. Let's see.
As you go to do that, you feel something pulling on you.
Oh, great.
No, pulling on your cape. Like trying to stop you.
Oh no!
I quickly. What stopped me? See, okay.
Two of your hyenas have seen where you're going, and they've grabbed the back of your thing. They're trying to stop you.
Oh.
Man, you are lucky you came those hyenas.
Yeah. Okay, I'll back away.
As you do, one of them sort of spits out a piece of. It lets go of your cloak, and it sort of spits out a piece of it. That piece
Oh.
flicks forward and lands in this field of the energy, and disintegrates. It just ages to nothing and just.
I thought for a second they were gonna go all exorcist on him. Your mother sucks cocks in here.
No, they just saved him.
shit.
If he stuck his head in that field, his head would have basically decayed off in seconds.
Ooh, nice.
was
Oh,
lucky.
what the super sort of accelerated decay ability?
Sort of like, well, yeah, your typical Last Crusade sort of.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, who's after Wolfie?
Me.
Obnoxious.
Trouble.
Yeah,
Trouble is after Wolfie.
yeah,
This is the one
Obnoxious.
with
It's your
gold.
turn.
All right, so
So,
the half elf side of me is pretty much like this is not good, and the only thing that I have that's of any real power is those stones. So
You were gonna write down a bunch of words, notes
I have them
for
already
me.
written down. I already have them written down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hand you the sheet, and I'm gonna be like, "Bust a tune, man, bust a tune." And then I'm gonna start going.
It's turned into tribute.
This isn't the greatest song in the world. This is just a tribute.
So while he's doing that, I'm gonna take some of the stones that I have. I'm gonna need more, but I'm gonna start walking, or like not walking, essentially placing them in a circle around this thing, because if wraiths keep coming out, like deep down inside, I know that they're gonna turn on us at some point, and I want them to stop coming out of this hole. And the cleansing fire is the only thing I can think of that would have any type of benefit or effect. So I'm placing those runed stones around there, and I'm just every stone I can find, I'm picking up, notching one of the runes onto there, and placing it around there, just repeatedly.
Okay.
Essentially, the idea is to slow them from coming out by placing a cleansing fire wall around the hole.
Trying to create a firewall. Or an inverted
Yeah.
firewall. Oh, yeah.
So, do I need to do anything with that, or?
No, it would take you several turns to place create the stones and place them.
Okay.
Because it is quite a large area.
Well, and the way that I'm placing them, though, is going to be like almost like a clock, where they're spaced out to go all the way around. Then I put another one between that space, all the way around. Then between that space. So like the second or third try would be like in between the first ones.
Okay.
Fernando, what are you doing? Sing the song. Sing it.
Okay, Fernando. It is time.
Fernando is going to run back to his tent, unclip his violin case, and pull out his violin and the bow, which is made of the Raven Mother's hair.
Yeah.
and he's gonna cast the spell. I'm not sure how this is gonna work, TM. He's gonna cast the second level spell Suggestion to try and return these and put the suggestion into his music, try and return these souls to the afterlife, playing the tunes, the making a song out of what Obnoxious is giving him on the page, which he's held in front of him with his tail as he walks forward, playing his violin, which is made of the goddess of death's hair on the bowstring.
Okay.
And I did spend the second level spell slot, so I don't know how any of that is gonna work.
Okay. So so it'd be your performance.
Yep, it would be my performance.
Okay, so roll your performance.
21.
Nice. Very, very nice.
Fernando is still naked, by the way, as he walks forward, playing the song.
As you play the song, oddly enough,
Eyes glowing purple as the magic goes into the violin.
and it's a lot more powerful than you think. As you play, it's like the race that are closest to the hole hear like a gentle whisper, like to tell them basically, you shouldn't be out. You need to return home.
You should return home.
And so they gently turn with the music and just literally start heading back to the thing. But at the same time, you start to hear a voice too, saying, telling you what has happened.
Oh, okay.
You hear the voice of the Raven Queen basically say to you that her song will only keep them in line for a time, because their natural instinct is to be free. They will always try to follow their immediate instinct, which is to be free. You can convince them to return, but they will always come back here and try to be free again. There's only one way of dealing with it. You need to accept her blessing and travel into that thing, into that portal, into her world.
Ah, my beautiful lady, I will always accept your blessing. We dance on the precipice of life and death for all time until you finally
need to
claim
go
me.
there to remove the stone which has appeared there.
Fernando's gonna yell out, "We need to enter to remove the stone. It is what's giving them their power." Trying to be all vague on the shit because he does not want people to know how in tune he is with death.
The way she describes it to you, it's like the evil of the black stone has created like a splinter into her world, into her power, and that's how they're seeping out.
Okay, cool. I'm going to keep walking forward while playing the violin and try and explain as sort of as vague as possible what is going on.
I tell you, my overly cautious behind would be like, "What? Are you crazy?"
Yeah, no, this is the precipice. There's a storm between life and death. We need to sever their connection. A sweet violin music plays over the top of what he's saying.
As you're saying it, as I said, the undead are literally, the wraith are literally heading back into this aperture and heading back into it.
Well, I said the backstory on this violin is it's halfway between his life and death anyway, so...
And that's why this portal feels kind of weird to you, because it is it's not death as death is meant to be.
Well, I'm barred from death, so death is not as death should be to Fernando.
Okay. So how is everyone else going to react to this?
So let me see if I've got this right. Fernando is going to go into that hole.
No, we must all go into...
Oh, right. So we've got to go into that hole to go over to the other side to make sure that these wraiths don't pour out into this world. Do I have that right?
That's as much as Fernando has told you.
Yeah, alright. I ain't got much on.
Okay.
Yeah, Richter's pretty game for it.
Yeah. Okay, so how is everyone going to prepare for this? I'll let you have a turn each to prepare for this journey, and then we'll end the game for tonight.
Can we
Wait,
go to? Can we go to general stores and shit?
Like, hey, hold on, Wraiths. We got to go to the store real quick.
Did I miss? I had to pop somewhere for a minute.
Honestly, like, I sleep in my clothes like a weirdo, so I've got everything I need. And the way I see it, Fernando hasn't led me wrong yet. And if he's gonna walk into that hole, then why the hell not?
Wait,
He is playing the most beautiful serenading melody of Go Home, sort of lay to rest.
Well, if you haven't figured out, I'm an agent of chaos anyway, so why the hell wouldn't I jump into a strange hole but at someone else's request?
If you haven't figured it out, Fernando is the ultimate agent of chaos.
Well, Fernando's lady friends are at least helping him get dressed.
Oh, are they helping me put on pants?
Yes.
I was just going to go into this thing naked, so it's fine.
No, they're helping you with your gear and stuff, so that you can at least go into this equipped while
What
also
exactly is happening?
continuing to play.
I'll carry your
I
pack
thought the
and
next
your
couple
weapons.
episodes are going to be Fernando dick swinging in the wind. And I was okay with
that.
that.
Would make for a very uncomfortable thumbnail, sort of, or like title for the next episode.
To be fair, I was waiting for the to Wolfie. Yeah, take a picture. It lasts long.
I'm so confused.
Paint a portrait.
What's
It lasts
happening?
longer.
It just got bad. Am I muted? Wolfie muted?
Sorry? Who's
Is
muted?
Wolfie muted? Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you, Wolfie.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. What's
Yeah,
happening?
we were all just ignoring you, so.
Basically, Fernando is using his magic, well, his performance magic, to convince the wraith to turn around and head back. However, while he's been playing, his mysterious patron, shall we say, has given him instructions that to stop the wraith permanently, you need to jump into the hole.
No, my
Yeah,
hyena
patron.
just stopped me from going into that hole.
My beautiful lady, she commands me to give you instructions.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Oh, you're buying it. Fernando is being completely genuine.
And Fernando has the things he needs to get Richter on side. A decent bottle
What
of...
are those?
He's got that good bottle of whiskey.
Well, yeah,
I
that'll
have
be
a
enough.
quarter of that bottle left.
We drank the rest of it.
That's
To-
enough to
to
get
be,
Richter on side.
Also, like, for backstory reasons, Richter's not that bothered about staying alive at the moment, so...
Neither is Fernando, so we are in cahoots.
yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
up
don't
for
know
it.
about you, but I want to survive.
And Fernando is telling you the way to survive is to follow what Fernando says.
I'm
You
He
not
can
is
either
being
very
follow us into the
confident.
hole,
again
or you can
to
stay
a
out here
different
with the
route.
wraiths.
Fernando is
Exactly
very
how-
confident
where
in his
exactly are we
endurance.
going? We are not going where they were coming out.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly
Yeah,
where we're
that's
going,
exactly
mate.
where we're going.
That is the most stupidest idea I have ever heard.
You don't have to come with us, but
You
it does
should know
mean
better,
staying here
Fernando.
alone with them.
Oh, I'm not alone. I got my hyenas.
Oh.
Yeah, and on a 21, Fernando's music is swaying everyone to go to the underworld.
He's persuading us.
I mean, if Wolfie really doesn't want to go, we could leave him here to hold the fort and, make sure nothing gets out of hand on this side.
Ah, yes, Wolfie, you stay here and fight our Lee rates. We will go and deal with the problem.
Come by me now. They're
You
not
stay here
doing,
and-
they're not attacking me though, aren't they?
You and your hyenas can stay here and protect the village while we try and deal with the source of the problem.
I'm happy with that.
I spent a second level spell slot on that suggestion, so...
I'm just gonna look at Wolfie while he's sitting there going back and forth about going in, and I'm just gonna back up to the hole with a giant grin and just falling backwards.
No, don't do that.
We're counting on you to keep everyone here safe, Wolfie.
I'm be long, lads.
Well, for all we know, time doesn't work the same way on the other side as it does here. We could be gone for 5 minutes or 5 years.
Yeah.
Just imagining
Jesus.
that, just obnoxious, like golden-eyeing it off the top of this thing into the underworld.
I just
Very
think of
good,
that
Wolfie.
training program you put us through.
Oh no, not the training program. No. Oh, one of the few times I've actually killed my entire cast.
No. To be fair, I was an assassin. I'm paintball, like non-lethal rounds. I killed our entire cast, including myself.
Oh yeah, sorry. I meant as the GM, I enabled that in a situation
Yeah,
where
and
no one
your
had any
face at the
lethal
end of it
rounds.
was, this was supposed to be a training regimen. None of you were supposed to be able
No
to
one
die.
had lethal rounds. No one even had like proper bombs or anything.
Fernando's last turn is going to be... He's going to take a deep breath. Ah, my lady, I hope you, with me. Let's dance one more time as he jumps over the edge playing his violin. Because he is, as I said, he is at the point of his two great loves. One of them's dead, the other one's the god of death, who he can't be with because he can't die. So they're in an eternal dance of... Is the Deadpool death thing is kind of They're in an eternal dance if they can't be with each other because he can't die.
So, how are you?
Do you
gonna
need
jump
any more
in?
spells for me? For me, suggestion.
How are you going to go in, Richter?
I
Well,
don't know.
I-
Is there a...
you are going to get
Is there
going to get one benefit when you do.
What's that?
The tavern owner is standing there with his 2 last good bottles of whiskey.
Oh, for God's sake.
Okay.
He's sort of giving you this look, like holding these 2 bottles that look like bottles of Jack, and he's like giving you this look, like, yeah, if you're gonna go in there, it's the least I can do.
Thank you, mate.
Sorry, can I add? Fernando's one is after the girls finish putting on his armor for him, he's gonna roll a performance check of 20 before he jumps in.
I was gonna say you rolled like an 11. I saw you.
No. I rolled a 20 as well.
No, you can't just you can't just stay quiet and roll things over and over until you get the one you want. Naughty.
Should know better. He's being brainwashed. The same Fernando. Someone's brainwashed him.
Well, Fernando is in that case. Fernando is of questionable influence at the moment, because I don't know anything about this, and Obnoxious is obnoxious.
Obnoxious
So
has already jumped in. As I said, he's golden eye 64.
Hey, he jumped
his
in
way in.
first.
Stared at me and grinned at me.
Yeah. Don't worry,
Don't.
Wolfie. I'll do my best to make sure they get back safe. If you're coming. If not, hold things here. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Fernando.
Yeah. And then I don't know. I've still got that barmaid in my tent, haven't I? I forgot about that. Yeah.
I don't know. I've just had 2 women dress me, so it's fine.
Yeah. Well, I'll peer through to some of those. Like, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I've got to go away for a bit. I wouldn't advise you stick around. Well, like, she's probably stuck her head out the tent and seen what's happening. I've taken the bottles of whiskey from... I mean, they're basically health potions if I've got the amulet of the drunkard at this point.
Yeah, basically that's how that works. Yep.
So I've taken them...
It makes sense that he just gave you some good healing stuff.
Yeah. So
It's a pint or a liter that you need to drink to activate the amulet of the drunkard. So
this is whiskey, right? Can I add that to my inventory?
Yeah.
All right. If I filter whiskey, add custom item. I'll just say I don't know what type it is, so just premium whiskey.
Funny thing is, Wolfie's actually the one who's closest to the aperture.
But he is the most afraid to jump in.
I'm not afraid.
He just doesn't think
Fernando,
it's a good idea.
He is no fear.
Or, I'm waiting for Richter to jump in.
Where Fernando is the second to leap off. I would be the first, but Obnoxious beat me to it. Obnoxious being like, fuck it, let's just jump.
Okay, so after all that, I'll pat Wolfie on the back and say, "Keep the way out clear for us, mate," before just sort of cannonballing in there.
So really quick, when Richter jives in and the portal, essentially, or whatever it is, opens up for him to go in, their little voice comes through there and echoing things like, Wolfie's a chicken.
Oh no, no. Oh no, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. You forget, I'm a master at this sort of thing. See, Wolfie is still looking at the portal, at which point a small child appears in the
Oh no!
above the aperture, and he feels a
No,
hand
we're not
upon his
doing
back.
this. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, you're not gonna do what I think you're gonna do.
You can see who it is.
Yeah, he is.
Don't do it. No, 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 no.
DM gets you to go where he wants, whether you like it or not.
No, 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 no.
That's why it's best to
I
just
spent
take a breath
I
and
spent
jump in.
ages getting him just right.
Wait,
The dungeon
wait,
master. Just the dungeon
wait, that's the
master,
dungeon.
who no one else
Oh,
but
okay.
Wolfie believes is real at this point. We all just think he's a psychotic having a mental breakdown.
My young
What
adventurer,
was...
you really need
No,
to step
no,
into the portal.
No, this
Otherwise-
is not real. This is not
Otherwise-
real.
Otherwise,
Not
young
crazy.
Taddy's soul will be gone forever.
Taddy, I don't know who Taddy is.
Midnight.
I only know my daughter Eclipse.
Well, Eclipse, sorry. I keep forgetting you named
I'm not
her.
real.
You need to step in and save her.
Why are you here? Ah!
Well, because I'm the dungeon master.
Why
Is
is
this
it?
your
Why is it?
doing?
Why is it? I think the next episode is going to open with the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure thing where they're just falling forever, like, oh! And they just get bored and like, you want to play 20 questions? Yeah. Ah! That's how I think next episode's going to open.
Oh. Yeah, as I said, my young adventurer,
have you
you
done
need
to my
step
friends?
in. You need to
What
become
have
the
you done
hunter
to
that
my
you are
friends?
supposed to be.
That's supposed to mean you are not real. You're just in my head.
Everyone
No,
else has embraced the
adventurer,
character they're supposed to be.
I am very real.
Oh god, we've accidentally gaslit Wolfie.
Well, you have finally obtained the amulet and become the drunkard.
Yeah.
Obnoxious is the agent of chaos. I'm the
Oh my
agent
God,
of death. And Wolfie's just currently stood on the sidelines deciding who he should be.
I'm going insane. That's what.
What? Especially since none of us believe in the dungeon master existing but you.
The little child in the thing says to you again, "Daddy, I need you. I need you."
I
Take a
hate
leap of
this.
faith, my friend.
Ah! Wait, you see what's going on, Fernando?
No, I've already jumped. I jumped ages ago.
Oh, he's in my
As
fucking
soon
head
as,
as well now,
as
is
the matron of death, the matron of ravens, told me to believe in her, I did and jumped.
The dungeon master then turns to Taddy. "I'm sorry. I've done everything I can, but your father just will
God
not step
damn it.
into the portal for you. I see. I have failed you."
Emotional damage.
At which point, she sort of glides beside him, and says, and the dungeon master says to Taddy, "Perhaps we can cheat this one time. If my young
What's
adventurer
that
will not help
supposed to
you,
be?
perhaps I can help you, Taddy, instead." And
Oh, no, he's not coming near my daughter. I jump in, I leap. I am not. No, no, no.
She was going to push you in. But
I can hear that dungeon master.
see you soon, my young adventurer.
He is emotionally blackmailing you.
And that's where we'll end today's session.
That sucked. No way.
As you are falling into the underworld.
Gonna kill him.
Who, the dungeon master?
One day, something good will happen. I'll just get the power and I'll just... No, that won't happen.
Well, there's only one way of doing that, but I'm not telling you how.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't.
Well, it involves
By the way,
a one...
Fernando, as Fernando's falling down, he's playing Violin Sonata Number 9 by Beethoven.
God.
That is the theme everyone's falling down to. I have decided.
Violin Sonata number 9.
Yes.
Song.
Okay.
Okay, remind me next time and I'll cue it up.
Oh.
But I would like to thank our players for another amazing evening. And
Yeah.
Hashtag Dungeon Master.
same time next week.
Live.
We'll be starting the journey into the underworld.
Yeah, if I meet the Dungeon Master again, I'm gonna actually flip out.
Hopefully, everybody enjoyed this explosive
Hawk,
adventure.
I'm going to send it to you.
So, thank you everyone. It's been good. I hope everyone enjoyed the session.
That was good fun, everybody.
I was
Hope you
enjoying
have
it
a good
until
evening.
much enjoying it in there until the Dungeon Master appeared.
Still,
He
you are
ruined it.
crazy.
He
The
ruined
Dungeon
my
Master
life.
doesn't exist. He is the only person who appears before you.
Good
Oh, am I
Why not?
special or something? I'm gonna. Oh, this is so annoying.
Rage.
Can I not even see my family? My daughter! I haven't seen her for like weeks!
You just did.
I was surprised you were not more concerned about that when we got teleported to a new island.